What's the name of the album?
Ignite the Sky,
And who's the band?
the A.Ms. We are the A.Ms, and we just released our new album, our only album, called Ignite the Sky. What Ignite the Sky predominantly focuses on is my journey as an adoptee and finding and meeting my birth parents in 2021 and finding similar things between going through that process and dealing with COVID.
We have a unique, I think, musical relationship. We are 1,000 miles apart, and we have that distance, so we can't get together, work things out, and so we do it over the interweb and kind of do our parts at home. So Mariko will send me lyrics, try to internalize it, and just kind of get a feel for what the song is.
Even though these are my lyrics, I definitely want Adrian to process it and feel it in his own way, because then I feel like you'd get more, I don't know, authenticity maybe, if he's able to grasp on something that's meaningful to him rather than me telling him, like, do it this way. I usually don't tell you anything. I'm just
I usually just kind of go with how I feel and what kind of mood I'm getting from the lyrics. And Mariko's lyrics are to me, they're very visual. I just let the music happen. I think it just kind of comes out the way it needs to, naturally. I'll just record, some chords and a melody and send it to Mariko, and she'll say yay or nay. Usually it's yay. And then she'll work her magic on her end and put down a keyboard or a piano part and then sing a harmony. And that's kind of how all our songs begin.
Fun fact, Adrian also plays the bass on everything. So he's actually first a bass player. I can say that, right? That was like your first thing, is
yes.
Bass. Even though there's only two of us, our sound, at least on this first album, is pretty full. Adrian is playing a lot of the parts. He's playing the bass and he's playing the secondary guitar parts. The way we recorded it, he's actually singing and playing the guitar at the same time.
Having the vocals and guitar being tied together, basically it's like one voice for me.
On our album, we actually have a drummer, Jason Edwards.
It was amazing having a drummer.
Yes.
It was so good to have Jason on drums. Jason on drums, definitely elevated the music to another level. Yeah, it was crazy that we were recording, and that was the first time we played together. So at least I was worried it was going to be a train wreck. But I remember, very vividly finishing the first tape. It felt right. So I think after that first take, I was like, I think we're going to be okay. Jason, our drummer, he told us it's vibe over accuracy. I think to all of us, that was much more important, to capture a feeling instead of perfection.
Our engineer, Don Farwell of Earwig Studio, he was just warning us. He's like, you guys haven't played together. It might take a while to get things synced up. Just be patient, just allow yourself time. We only had Jason for 2 days. So we had to get, 11 drum parts down in 2 days. And we did it.
There's something, to be said about being in a studio and having someone help you out. Just be in this different place with all these fun toys. And Mariko got to play with all these vintage keys.
Ooh, we did get to use an accordion on this album.
That's on Never Been a Ghost.
Never Been a Ghost. He had an accordion laying around, and I had to piece it together because I am not Weird Al, sadly.
Sometimes you get these little magical moments that happen too. First day, I think we tried to record a brand new song, wrote it 2 days before we went into the studio. It's called Lightning. And then we played it at the end of the night. We didn't really think much of it and played through it, finished the song, and we were like, whoa, that was really cool. Maybe we have 13 songs on the album now.
And now we do. And that was the one that's on the album, is the first take of that we ever played that song together, ever. It was basically a recorded improvisation.
Yeah.
On the day of our release of our album, which was October 28th, we actually played our first show, our first and so far only show in the Northwest. And what was really cool about that show was that my birth parents and my parents were there in the same room for the first time. So knowing what that album kind of stood for, and having all of my parents there and my half-sister was just such an incredible feeling. I don't think I can put into words just how meaningful that was to me, especially on the night of the release of this album. I don't know, that stands out to me as a highlight.
For me too, that was a highlight to finally be able to play the songs off the album and play it for family and friends. Just be able to share our music, you know, and actually get it outside of our homes. It just felt really good to be able to do that and just share that love. Hopefully we're going to do more of that.